Good morning. Today I would like to talk on role of environmental factors on mulberry growth. First of all, climate. What is climate or define climate? Climate is defined as an area's long-term weather patterns. Climate is defined as an area's long-term weather patterns. The simplest way to describe climate is to look at average temperature and precipitation over time. However, other useful environmental factors are season, that is seasonal variations, sunshine, amount of sunshine, water, quantity of water available from different sources, soil, nature of soil, pruning techniques, bottom, middle, top, etc., temperature, high, moderate, low, humidity, high, moderate, low, etc. See, these are all comes under environmental factors, but for our convenience, we always concentrate on temperature and precipitation. Let us discuss one by one in detail. First one is quality of mulberry leaves and harvesting season. Here I am taking temperate zone as an example from Japan, because here seasons are clear when compared to China, because in case of China you can find all sorts of climatic conditions like tropical, subtropical and temperate, but here it's very clear. As in case of tropical region, in temperate zone we can identify 4 different types of seasons. First one is spring season, second summer, third autumn, fourth is winter. This spring season, please follow my cursor, this spring season starts from the middle of March, that is beginning of middle of March till the beginning of May. Here the climatic temperature is warm but not too high. This climatic temperature is warm, that is ideal for the growth, reproduction and multiplication of almost all organisms. In case of summer, this summer season begins from the middle of May till September, beginning of September. The atmospheric temperature is high. Normally it goes up to 40 degrees centigrade in many places. This high temperature is not ideal. Next is autumn or fall. See, leaf falling season. This is called as autumn. It starts from middle of September till the beginning of November. The temperature is cool. The average is about 8 to 10 degrees centigrade. Next is winter season. This winter season starts from the middle of November till the beginning of March. The average atmospheric temperature ranges from 1 to 5 degrees centigrade, but sometimes the atmospheric temperature falls below 0 degree centigrade. Two breeds of mulberry, of course, race Morus alba and Morus latifolia, 2 species and 2 varieties. This is the season, spring season, early autumn and late autumn. This is the concentration of water in percentage. This is a crude protein, soluble carbohydrates, crude fat, crude ash and crude fiber. See, in the beginning the water concentration is high during spring season, because spring season na Kannadalli Vasanta Kala anತಾರೆ. The climatic condition is ideal. Soil moisture is also in a good condition. So moisture content in the plant is higher and it comes down with respect to early autumn and late autumn. Crude protein gradually increases from spring to late autumn. Soluble carbohydrate is also, of course, it is very less in case of early autumn. Crude fat is high in case of spring season, but gradually it decreases. Crude ash is nothing but the mineral content. This mineral content is high in case of late autumn when compared to remaining two seasons. This is a crude fiber concentration. It is high in case of late autumn. Same applicable to here also in case of Morus latifolia. Second climatic factor is sunshine, sunlight. See, in the previous chapter we have discussed about photosynthesis. You know the significance of sunlight. So in addition to sunlight is very essential for photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is the responsible phenomena for the responsible for the existence of life on this globe. In addition to photosynthesis, it involves in the stomatal movement. It's also very important during photosynthesis. Phototropism, movement of plant parts either or away from the source of light. Photomorphogenesis, synthesis of morphological characters induced by the light. Mineral absorption, abscission, that is aging, etc. See, in case of temperate zone, mulberry grows well between 5 to 10.2 hours of light per day. In tropical climate, it grows well 9 to 12 hours of light per day. In case of insufficient sunshine, carbohydrate and plant protein decreases remarkably, because if the sunshine is less, then it reduces the rate of photosynthesis. Ultimately, production of carbohydrate, production of protein also decreases. But the content of the nitrogen in the leaves is about same, because it's not utilized for amino acid synthesis, and increases the nitrate, because nitrates are absorbed through roots. It accumulates in the plant. See, this is the effect of sunlight on mulberry. Third one is water. That is, see, the water source for any crop or mulberry plantation is maybe from two sources. One is rainfall and another one is underground water. It may be rainfall or underground water. Average 600 to 2500 millimeter precipitation or rainfall per year is optimum. Optimum is its ideal, but not at once. It should be distributed throughout the year. That is 50 millimeter once in 10 days. So varsha purti 10 ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ 10 millimeter ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 centimeter rainfall ಆಗಬೇಕು. It's not possible. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ವರ್ಷ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್. ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಫೈನ್, ಬೀಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಡ್. In case of the underground water is high, the content of carbohydrate becomes richer and the content of water and ash becomes small. Underground water, soil ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ನೀರಿದೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the carbohydrate becomes richer, ಅಂದ್ರೆ photosynthesis is good, then the contents of water and ash become small, because both are involved in the biomolecule synthesis. Next one is soil. Basically, we can classify the soils into three types: sandy soil, loam soil, and clay soil. See, these are the different properties required to be observed in case of soil, and these are the properties of sandy soil, loamy soil, and clay soil. First one is drainage. Drainage means during irrigation, how the soil reacts. ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ soil ಹೇಗೆ react ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. In case of sandy soil, well drained, free draining, ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಲಾಟು ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೇ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ಪೂರ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್. ಕ್ಲೇ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜೇಡಿ ಮಣ್ಣು, ಅಂಟು ಮಣ್ಣು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ 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 ಪೂರ್. ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು, sandy soil and clay soil, loam is ideal. Of course, in almost all aspects it is ideal. In almost all aspects, loam is ideal. See, loam is nothing but the mixture of sandy as well as clay soil, of course with a good quantity of humus, organic material, that's very ideal for crop plantation. Then aeration. Aeration. Sand particles. Between the sand particles, there is a movement of air in a good condition. Here, poor condition. It is also good. It's well. It's good condition. Fertility. It's low because only sand contains. Only granules are there. No humus. It contains humus, but it retains the nutrients it cannot supply. It has good fertility. Tillage capabilities. Easily tilled, not suited for tillage. Temperature. Warm up quickly in spring season. Warm up in springly, not quickly as in case of sandy. Cold soil due to lack of aeration. Aeration illirudandre bisi gali olgade hogtide, quick agi heat up agutte, warm up agutte sandy soil. It is okay, it is very poor. Drought or waterlogging condition. See, prone to drought because water holding capacity is very less in case of sandy soil. So ನೀರು ನಿಲ್ಲೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋನ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಾಟ್. ಬರ ಹೊಡೆದಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆದರೆ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೇ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ರಿಟೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್, ನೀರು ಹಿಡಿದಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೋನ್ ಟು ಪೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಲಾಗಿಂಗ್. ನೀರು ನಿಂತೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮಲ್ಬರಿ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಟೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋನ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಲಾಗಿಂಗ್. It is intermediate between the sandy as well as clay soil, as I told you in the beginning. See, in case of mulberry leaf quality and soils, first thing, what is the role of soil? See, soil supplies. Of course, first thing is it gives the mechanical support or anchorage to the plant. ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇರಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಆಂಕರೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ it supplies major and minor plant nutrients. It supplies oxygen for root respiration. Oxygen means air for root respiration. As a storehouse, reservoir for water. So soil ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಹ ಮಲ್ಬರಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಗೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. In case of loamy soil, in case of loamy, water, protein and crude fat become larger. The quantity loamy soil ನಲ್ಲಿ, loamy ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? In between these two. Loamy means between the sandy and the clay. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ water, protein and crude fat becomes larger in case of mulberry leaf, and the contents of soluble carbohydrate crude ash becomes smaller because photosynthesis ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಯೂಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಆಶ್ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಆನ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರರಿ, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರಾವೆಲಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಗಿನ್ನೂ ದಪ್ಪು ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರಾವೆಲಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ದಿ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮಲ್ಬರಿ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್, ಕನ್ವರ್ಸ್, ulta. Therefore, the soil should be deep because it's a perennial crop. It should be deep, fertile. It has good quantity of humus, microbial activity and so on. Well drained, clay loam to loam in texture, friable, porous with good moisture holding capacity. So these are the important characteristic features of soil. Ideal, good for mulberry cultivation, but it needs slightly acidic soil, that is 6.2 to 6.8, with free from all sorts of injurious salts. Then it is ideal for good growth of mulberry. Next one is quality of mulberry leaves and pruning type of mulberry trees. What is pruning? One mark question. Methodical removal of certain branches of mulberry plant with the object of giving the trees a convenient shape and size to increase the leaf yield, both quantity as well as quality, and to improve its feeding value. So pruning andre innenilla, methodical removal of certain branches of mulberry plant to give a convenient shape and size. This is the first one. Mulberry plant ge it's a perennial crop, better ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So pruning ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ we can give a convenient shape and size for the purpose of leaf harvesting, and to increase the leaf quality as well as quantity, and to improve its feeding value. Of course, there are three types, that is bottom pruning, middle pruning and top dressing. In case of middle or tall stemmed pruning types are richer in contents of carbohydrate and crude fiber, and poorer in water content in comparison with those of the trees with low bush pruning type. Say, low bush ಅಥವಾ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಪ್ರೂನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಬಾಟಮ್ ಪ್ರೂನಿಂಗ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟಾಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್, ಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಫೈಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೂರರ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇರೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇನೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಿಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಷ್ಟೇ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಟಾಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಗೆ. ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. The degree of hotness or coldness of a substance is called temperature. The degree of hotness or coldness of a substance is called temperature. So it is commonly expressed in two parameters. One is Celsius degree, another one is Fahrenheit degree. That is degree centigrade or degree Fahrenheit. This climatic factor influences almost all biochemical reactions. For example, photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration, breaking of seed dormancy, seed germination, protein synthesis, and translocation. In general, plant survives, mulberry plant survives within a temperature range of 0 to 50 degree centigrade. 0 in the 50 taraka survive agutte. But the enzyme activity and the rate of most chemical reactions are generally increases with the rise in temperature. Up to certain point, there is a doubling of enzymatic reactions with every 10 degree centigrade temperature increases. But at excessive high temperature, denaturation of enzymes and other proteins occurs. So ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ 0 to 50 ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಜ. 0 ಇಂದ ಎವರಿ 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿರೋದು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾನ ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ. ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಒಂದನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎವರಿ 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ, ಟಿಲ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್. ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದಿ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ biomolecules. So it is a response for the remaining things. Excessive low temperature can also cause a limiting effect. ತುಂಬ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ದಾಗೆ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಇಂದ ಬಿಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಗೈನ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. 0ಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಹಿಬಿಟೆಡ್ when the soil temperature is low, because water is more viscous at low temperature and less mobile. So low temperature ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ವಾಟರ್ ವಿಸ್ಕಾಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೊಬೈಲಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. and the protoplasm is less permeable, it will not allow the movement of water. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿ more viscous condition of the water, less mobility, and protoplasm is less permeable. At temperature below the freezing point gina below antandre it is nothing but the ice formation. So there is a change in the form of water from liquid to solid. The expression of water as it solidifies in the living cells causes the rupture the cell walls because of the thick water ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮಲ್ಬರಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಈಸ್ 24 to 28 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಡ್. ಬಿಲೋ 13 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, ಅಬೋವ್ 38 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಗುಡ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಲ್ಬರಿ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 0 ಇಂದ 50 ತನಕನೂ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಲೋ 13, ಅಬೋವ್ 38 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಗುಡ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಈಸ್ 24 to 28 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ humidity. Relative humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air expressed as the proportion in percentage. Relative humidity ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is nothing but the moisture content in the atmospheric air. That is maximum amount of water vapor it can hold at certain temperature. For example, an air having a relative humidity of 60% at 27 degrees centigrade temperature means that every kilogram of air contains 60% of the maximum amount of water that it can hold at that temperature. So 1 kg air na 27 degree centigrade ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 60% moisture water content ಇರುತ್ತೆ. See, this is the meaning of humidity. Humidity is nothing but the moisture content in the atmospheric air. The relative humidity affects the opening and closing of the stomata, which regulates the loss of water from plant through transpiration as well as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis help agutte, transpiration saha it helps. That is relative humidity controls. In Mulberry, 65 to 80% relative humidity is optimum. Good growth of mulberry ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 65 to 80% relative humidity is must. Quality of leaf during rainy season is better as the atmospheric temperature is comparatively high during rainy season. Rainy season ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ atmospheric humidity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ leaf quality is good even in tropical climate. Even in tropical climate during rainy season the quality is more because humidity is high. Thank you.